Rutgers with a quick 4 of 7 from the floor to take a 9-3 lead as we approach finals week here at Rutgers, and that group of students that have made their way out to Lewis Brown Athletic Center tonight, very committed. But on to the Marist.
I'm sure they're going to the library after this one.
I'm sure. On to the Marist side of things, there's Chuck Martin, and he has had a really tough go of it over the past couple of years. 1-29 last year and picked last in the MAC preseason poll.
But he's a very good recruiter, and a lot of people are going to forget that. But then if you look at his credentials, you understand why. Coached at St. John's, coached at Memphis, so he's got good recruiting ties in this area and learned under the best, one of the best, in John Calipari. He'll get there, and Mike Rice couldn't believe that this team was picked last in the MAC this year. They are better than the last place. They had 2 in the game in their first couple of games.
And he expected 2-3 zone, and that's what he's getting right now. Are you a good three-point shooting team this year? But Mike Poole a bit out of control going to the baseline. He turns it over, about 9 points per game out of the freshman from Rosedale, New York, and Mike Rice has been thrilled with what he's brought to the table.
Well, he brings, pure athleticism. He's one of those guys, he comes out on the court, he's just a basketball player, and you can just tell that. He's somebody that's just naturally gifted.
Prescott at the top of the key. He took his charter school to the Philly title game in the city. Anelik Watson going to work on Austin Johnson, loses it going up, and Austin gets the rebound. Comes in averaging about 4 of those a game and is second in the Big East in field goal percentage. A wide open look for Robert Lumpkins, who has checked in, and he's short with a 3.
Well, eventually you hope that Lumpkins can come and hit that shot. He is beyond wide open in the corner. He's got to be able to knock that down. And then Rutgers has got to be smarter going back, because you can't commit a foul like that. That's a silly foul, because you played great defense just a possession ago on Anelik Watson, who looked like he was almost bear-hugged down in the lane, and Chuck Martin wanted to foul on Rutgers. And then you go and foul one of the smallest guys on the team, who finds his way to weave and bob through the Rutgers defense, and it's just a silly foul. You're giving away 3 points.
Austin Carroll checks in for James Beatty. The foul was on Mike Poole, his first, RU second. R.J. Hall at the line, a 64% free throw shooter, Bloomfield Tech, and was first team All-State, voted most versatile player in New Jersey, and in that Canisius win was 8 of 13 from the free throw line, a game that Marist got to the line 42 times. And he'll hit both, make it a 2-possession game, and Adam, that's quite a bit to get to the free throw line. It means you're getting into the lane and getting quality opportunities.
Good offensive sets. You find a way to get a couple more buckets, penetrate the defense a little bit, and teams are going to start to get scrappy on you. But I'm very interested to see how Rutgers can go and attack this zone. Rutgers has got to be careful. The way they've attacked zones in the past is they usually put the 3 or the 4 at the free throw line. Johnson came out more by the baseline. That's an easy turnover for Rutgers. Good save, though. Come back the other way now and try and outrun Marist before they can get set up.
Now Coburn is the leader in steals per game in the Big East at 2.3. Tough shot for Robert Lumpkins. The senior graduated from New Mexico State and is now pursuing a grad degree at Rutgers. Sam Prescott leaves off to R.J. Hall, the quick scat guard, back to Coburn. 2.3 steals per game, and that's best in the league. And Robert Lumpkins again exasperated as he gets called for a block by Gene Steratore. Marist with its first substitution will bring on Corey Bauer. He's the only senior post player for the Red Foxes. In fact, the only player to start all 30 games last year for Marist. Jay Bowie lines up a deep 3, and he's way short. And Austin Carroll, the freshman for RU, national prep champion at Brewster Academy last year, gets the rebound. Johnson has caught the ball way outside, and it goes straight through Poole's hands.
You got to catch that.
It's RU's 4th turnover. They're only averaging about 10 of those per game, and then a reach in from behind on Mike Poole will be his 2nd and earn him a seat on the bench.
Now, Mike Rice doesn't like the call from the official. I thought it was a good one, though. Mike Poole came back trailing. That's lazy defense
number 32,
by Mike Poole. And he's going to be taken out right now. He's going to learn his lesson. He's got a nice little pattern. That one looked like it hurt, though, a little bit. I don't know if I want to get, hit on the backside by Mike Rice, but I know he wants to contend that call, but Mike Poole's got to get in front of the defender a little bit better on that and play better defense.
Chandon Rusin took 2 big steps to square himself up in the corner. Nice skip pass to R.J. Hall, and good extra movement to just check in Anel Alexis, a redshirt freshman out of St. Benedict's. Played with Mike Poole and Gilvitas Baruta in high school. Bowie, and a really contested 3 early on in the shot clock, too. Not necessary. Miller gets the board. A wide open lane for Coburn. Loves that floater, but it's short-armed. And Alexis with the board. He's long and outlets to R.J. Hall. A couple steps and walks. Good defense from Austin Carroll.
And they fronted him quite well on the outside.
Jonathan Mitchell.
And you force him to take a couple extra steps, force that turnover.
Return for
it's amazing though,
Rutgers.
Rutgers right now, they found some open opportunities, just haven't found a way to get those shots to fall. And they started 4 of 6. They're now 4 of 10, so 0 of 4 in their last couple possessions.
Helps that Marist is 1 of 9 though. Baruta checks back in with Jonathan Mitchell, and Mitchell gets a quick look from the right corner. You cannot leave him uncontested, and Gilvitas Baruta has looked very solid on the boards.
But now Rutgers has had 3 wide open opportunities from 3, Beatty, Mitchell, and Lumpkins, and nobody has connected. It's a little concerning right now. I'd see if you can go down low or try and do it again. I don't think that's the shot that you want.
And it's going to be a push-off underneath as well on Jay Bowie, the freshman wing, giving up 4 inches to Gilvitas Baruta in that matchup. It's Marist' first foul, but you want that look out of Austin Carroll. That was his billing coming in from high school. He was a sharpshooter.
But he hasn't played that way this year so far, and he hasn't shot that well right on the line. Now we're going to get a foul down low. But, you know, I know he came in billing as a three-point guy, but he hasn't shown that early. And I would like to see him a little bit more involved. And I'd like to see him shoot from 15 feet and start knocking those down.
Foul on R.J. Hall as Miller was on the floor. Back to Anel Alexis playing high school ball with Baruta, who's going to get a quick look and get an and one as well, but also from Hillsborough, hometown of Frank Mitchell on the RU bench, as Baruta completes the little mini hook for his 4th point of the night. And he gets Corey Bauer for the foul.
He's been good. Gilvitas Baruta. You know, I said earlier on that Mike Coburn has benefited the most under Mike Rice. That's for the guards. Down low, that guy has benefited more than anybody. Gilvitas Baruta is turning into a very good down low player. He's going to be tested in the Big East. We all know that. He doesn't have the size that many of the big guys have, but he has looked good.
Rutgers will press a bit too, and Mike Coburn with active hands to knock that one out of bounds. Baruta, also a 71% free throw shooter, has done well from there and is shooting 60% from the floor at 20 of 35. It's pretty good considering Austin Johnson at 69% is second best in the Big East.
Well, what you're happy with right now is that Rutgers has only let 1 Marist player score, and they're forcing a ton of turnovers because of their pressure defense.
That's 6 turnovers for Marist, in fact. Baruta has flashed well to the free throw line early, and Mitchell gets some more space, and this is where Dean Miller wants to go to the work. Jump stop in the lane, puts up a floater. It's a good attempt, and the rebound to Corey Bauer. 9 double-figure games last year for Bauer, and Dane Miller knocks that one out of bounds and leads us to our second media timeout. RU with a 7-point advantage just under 12 minutes to go in the first half, shooting 5 of 13 from the floor. Back after this on Night Vision Broadband.